Hello, it's Steph Tolev here. Thank you for listening to my podcast, Steph Infection. Please follow my goddamn YouTube and subscribe. I don't fucking know. Here are my tour dates. I'm going to say them instead of posting them because I think it works better. Anyways, here are my tour dates. Please come find me. I'll be in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, January 12th to 14th at the Improv. I'll be in Tacoma, Washington at Tacoma Comedy. Okay, let's start again. God damn it. Okay. Here are my tour dates. Please come see me. If you like my comedy, follow me, subscribe to my YouTube, and keep following along the Steph Infection, follow Steph Infection podcast. Anyways, here are my tour dates. I will be in Pittsburgh, January 12th to 14th at the Pittsburgh Improv. I will be at Tacoma. I will be in Tacoma, Washington at the Tacoma Comedy Club, January 25th to 27th. Then I'll be in Oklahoma City, February 8th to 9th. And then I'll be in... for fuck's sakes. I'll be in Oklahoma City, February 8th to 10th. Then I'll be in Grand Rapids, Michigan at Dr. Grin's, February 15th to 17th. Then I'm doing, I don't think it's announced yet, but if you're listening to my podcast, February 21st, I will be in Vancouver doing my new show, Filth, at the Vancouver Just for Laughs Comedy Festival. Then I'll be right in Rochester after that, the 22nd, 24th. Then I'll be in New Brunswick, New Jersey, for my birthday, March 7th to 9th. Come to that. My boyfriend's also doing a set. LOL, better be funny. And then I'll be in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Please come see me in Canada, March 14th to 16th. That's it for now. Follow my Instagram. Bye. Get started on your resolutions with Factor so you're ready for the new year. Factor's ready-to-eat meal delivery takes the stress out of meal planning and sets you up for success in the new year. Head to factormeals.com/infection50 and use code infection50 to get 50% off. That's code infection50 at factormeals.com/infection50 to get 50% off. Want to say a big thank you to our sponsor, Nutrafol. Did you know that hair thinning will happen to approximately 1 in 2 women? If you're among them, know that you're not alone. Nutrafol is here to help deliver results. Take the first step to visibly thicker, healthier hair. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code INFECTION. Find out why over 4,500 healthcare professionals and hairstylists recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code INFECTION. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code INFECTION. Welcome back to Steph Infection. Guess what? Every week I say it, but it's going to be the same thing. Very excited for my guest today, the hilarious Jeremiah Watkins.
What's up?
How are you?
Oh, good to be here. That's how I am.
Good to be here?
I'm good to be here.
That's how you are.
I had the answer in my head locked and loaded before you asked, and then you phrased it differently, and I was like, I'm sticking with it.
I phrased it weird. Yeah,
I'm good to be here.
Good. You're good to be here.
Yeah.
It's 10 a.m. Let the listeners know that we're doing an early pod.
We're going for it early.
You have children, so I was like, you're awake.
Yeah, why not?
When comments, what time are they waking up at?
Why delay the inevitable? I'm gonna podcast with you today. Why not do it early?
Let's do it early.
Yeah.
Hey, we're not doing traffic time. We're zipping on the 101.
Yep.
At 10 a.m.
Got here as quick, as efficiently as possible. Good. We're ready.
We're ready to go. We're here. We're ready to go. We're zipping up.
Your dog's here?
My dog is
chilling.
Here. Susan is here.
Very well-behaved dog.
To be honest, she is quite well-behaved. Sometimes she doesn't. This is her actually being very nice today. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I've been away a lot, so I have to bring her.
Yeah.
I just got in from Vancouver, and Vancouver was very fun.
Heck yeah.
I did an outdoor music festival. Outdoor comedy festival, sorry. Problem is they put me up first, and I'm not sure if you've seen my comedy before, but when a crowd isn't ready for me to go up and say, "You guys jizzed up,"
it's a lot to handle.
It was a lot
to take in.
I watched a bunch of people in front row just go, like shocked.
Yeah, you're at least a third comic in kind of gal.
I'm a third comic in kind of gal. Like, I'll tell you that.
And you pop. You
do
pop
great. Third. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think you too. Like
I prefer it.
Because we get the high energy
goodness.
first slots a lot.
Yeah. Hey, you'll warm up. You're high energy. Why don't you go out there? And then I'm like, yeah, but it'll do way better if you put me a little bit later, because if you're starting off with weird, then there's nowhere for the audience to go. Right? But if you're setting up like more of a conventional comic, the first couple spots, then we really shine and pop, because it's like, oh, this is so different from what we just saw. Yeah.
But I find, because me and you always get like, I'm the first spots, but it's like, it's high energy, but it's also like, they're not ready for this yet.
The physicality, the performance, all that.
They're like, this is not where we want to be.
I just ordered an appetizer, please.
I haven't dipped my mozzarella stick yet. Can you please?
It's like a waiter being like, "Hey, you ready for the main course?" Like, oh my, okay, I haven't had my water yet. Okay, just chill out.
That's exactly what it is. That literally is exactly what it is. Yeah, we're a lot, but sometimes when we
who
follow
wants Thanksgiving dinner? It's like, okay, I just can I look at the
mind?
Okay, please.
Can I look at the menu? Actually, we haven't got the menu yet.
Yeah.
You and I, when we follow each other at the store, it's also a lot sometimes. I'm like, we shouldn't follow each other. It's fine. I like doing it.
It's fun.
But it's like
the audience is literally like,
the audience is like, we need a fucking second to breathe here.
Yeah.
But it is fine. How long have you been past the store now?
Since 2016, I think. Yeah, been a minute.
That's long. It's good.
Yeah.
That is nice.
Yeah, I love it.
You're like rested in there. You're nestled in.
Yeah, I'm one of the OG white guys now at the store.
Oh yeah. Rick Ingram
got in
posted,
before the diversity hires. You know what I'm saying? Just kidding.
Cut that.
Cut that. Edit that out immediately.
Rick Ingram posted the other day about some guy named, like, an old set list he posted, and there's a guy's name on there, Jeremy Dingle, and I was like,
I saw that. Who is that?
I googled Dingle. Dingle Dangle. I googled him, and I'll tell you what. Ooh, a lot of sound effects with Dingle. And I asked Rick, and he said he'd go up for 15 minutes and just whistle. Full 15 of whistling. Crowd more confused than if we'd go on stage.
Or do you think that back then they were in a frenzy, loving it?
Oh, just like whistling
Whistle
back.
era of comedy.
Yes, it's the whistle. It's the whistle that I know. I went to whistling along with you.
Yeah.
That'd be such a bizarre thing. Yeah, it was weird seeing like the old lineups for that.
I love looking at old lineups at the Comedy Store, because it just shows you, it's such a, a moment in time where you're like, who were the gals or the guys at that time?
Well, guys.
Who were the guys?
Let's be real here. Yeah, not a lot of women on that list.
Yeah.
Which is fine. It's getting better now. Not really. There's still, sometimes I'm like, there's more women than two of us here a night. Come on.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Just slop on a few more of us.
Lop on.
Lop on, slop on, flippity flop on.
Yeah, a little bop it on.
Let's bop it on. Are you on tour now? Are you on tour?
Yeah.
So you've been, where are you going?
Coming up, Winnipeg.
You doing Rumors?
Uh-huh.
First time?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, no. What does that mean?
No. I did Rumors. I'm going to say it. We can cut it off if we need to. No, we don't have to cut it out. I did Rumors, and I may or may not have gotten very drunk, and I may or may not have had sex in the shower, and I may or may not have. I for sure had sex in the shower, and I broke the shower curtain.
Is it a comedy condo?
Yes. So I broke the shower curtain pretty badly, and then apparently the person went to clean the next day, and it was broken, and I was like, okay, and I Jock offered to pay for it, and then he made me pay $40. I'm like, it's $40. Pay the $40. People have done worse stuff in there. I broke the shower curtain. If it was like $150, I'd be like, okay, fine. But I'm like, first of all, the club, they think they pay better now. But when I headlined, I think I got $2,000 for like 8 shows. Canada, thank you so much. So I was like,
and that Canadian or
yeah,
American?
Canadian. So I'm coming home with 5 cents. So I was like, yeah. I shouldn't talk. I am going in March. Thank you so much for booking me again.
Dude, that's anytime I do a podcast and comedians are like, "What's your least favorite city to perform in?" I never answer the question because I'm like, "Well, I'll be there again next year." So
yeah.
I don't want to talk about it.
It's also, I mean, Florida's mine, 100% Florida. The whole state of Florida. I don't need to go back there ever for the rest of my life. It could just disappear, and I'd be like, what happened? Winnipeg is actually, what time of year are you going?
In October.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
you're good.
I'm going to, I'll
You're
be
good.
there.
Fall, be nice, change
October,
of season.
I'll be back in New York. We're doing stand-up on the spot out in New York in October.
Nice.
Yeah.
So stay on the spot. Tell the people that this is a very good, they keep also, for some reason, clubs keep advertising me and using those clips. I'm like, Wouldn't you use a joke of mine as me just yelling?
You are crushing in that clip, though. And it looks really good.
It does look good. Why does it look so good?
Well,
whatever the hell you're using.
Your boy is directing it. That's why it looks good.
It looks really fucking good.
So I've got a great team that we have for Stand Up on the Spot. We shoot all of those. I direct those. And Steph did an episode recently. If you haven't checked out the show, comedians go up with no prepared material, ask the audience for suggestions, and then you just riff off the suggestions you get.
Yes.
So Steph is just... Anybody who's naturally funny and knows their comedic voice really shines during the show. So you know yourself really well.
Yeah.
And you just take the suggestions and you just go with it. And that's what I tell comics to do. Like, if you lean into the format, it will reward you. And you trust your gut, it rewards you. So then I join you on stage. It's so fun to join.
We had a very fun riff on stage. We really had a very fun. That was
so fun.
It was very fun.
Yeah.
We nose talked. We schlong talked. Classic. And I got lucky. There's just like a complete psychopath in the front row.
I mean, that'll happen sometimes.
Yeah. And it could be because you had the audience too, that it looks like.
Yeah. Sometimes you get natural born killers in the audience too. That you just get a riff off whatever situation is thrown at you.
I love these riff shows. Have you done Riff Raff? That one, it's in the belly room where it's like one bucket. It's like a full. No, it's not like yours is like people yell things out, so it's kind of easier. This was like a full sentence. Like if you were in the Himalayas and there was one, I was like, this is too much to read. And then there's another bucket where it's like a dare, and then some of the dares were like some guy had to sit on my arm for the whole set. And then I was like, well, this is bizarre. And then I had to like hold hands with the guy. Then I was just like, it was a lot of touching of strangers.
Gotcha.
And I was like, I don't love. It was fine. Where did I see that? Oh, Houston, that festival in Houston.
Oh, did we just stand up on the spot at?
No, I didn't do that one there. But I mean,
gotcha.
that's the last time I think I saw you like on the road was Houston.
Oh,
that festival.
I was like losing my voice during that festival.
You had no voice.
Yeah. I was like having to drink tea and stuff. It was so crazy.
I think the craziest part of the festival was that the guy who ran the festival spent $8,000 on a blow-up astronaut and paid the comics $5. That's what I think is crazy about the festival. And I'll openly shit talk it because that was one of the worst festivals I've ever been to my entire life.
Really? You didn't like that fest?
It was run really poorly. All the comics, we were promised food and drink, and then halfway through he's like, never mind, there's nothing left. So all the comics who paid for their own way there are now in the fucking hole because they were like... look, he's also terrifying, the guy who runs that.
I can't really. We had a different experience because I had a billboard on the side.
You really did. You were the face of the festival, and everybody else was fucking sludge. I was like, oh, I was there for 2 shows.
This is so funny to talk about this.
I did 2 shows. I'm like, why am I here?
You only did 2 shows?
I did 2. Everyone else had like 15, and I'm like, why am I here? I did one headlining one, and then I opened for Jessica Michelle Singleton. I'm like, what am I doing here right now? This is bizarre. And then I did John Marco's podcast, thank God, because I was like, otherwise, what the fuck?
Maybe that's some weird scheduling for sure.
I didn't like it.
When I'm at a festival, I want to be tired by the time I leave. I want to be utilized. Like Moon Tower is my favorite festival because they literally I do a lot of stuff within comedy, as you know, and you do sketches, you do improv, you do stand-up. Like, they will fill my schedule with all of the things that I do, and I freaking love it.
And you're running from show to show, and some more people are seeing you. It's like, why would I go to Houston for 2 shows?
Yeah. I literally got a bunch of work because people saw me at Moon Tower just as recently. Just like bookings because they're like, I saw you here, here, and here, and you did different sets for all of them. Like, that's what I wanted you to see. Yeah. So
I'm glad you brought that up because when I did it last year, I did the same thing. People were obsessed with it because they would go to the same shows and people were doing the exact same set. So comics would be off stage and they're like, you're doing the same set. I'm like, no, that whole front row, they were just at the last show. I could see them.
I saw them. Yeah.
I literally am looking at like, do you not notice it? Like literally groves of the same people coming. Droves, what's it called? Whatever the fuck it is. Grovers.
Yeah.
A bunch of people in Grover outfits were sitting in the front row. It's hard to miss. Yeah, I'm like, oh, that's them. But yeah, I found that really bizarre that there was like people. I notice everything. Maybe it's because we do crowd work. I think that we see people more.
Sometimes I think you and I can almost be hyper aware of what's going on in the room because we're in the moment and riffing and stuff like that. So you kind of have to be dialed in. But I sometimes will do it to a fault where I'll start to riff on things that people can't even hear in the back. And I'm like, all right, Jeremiah, just shut up. Just like keep.
They're not
keep playing to everybody. Yeah.
That's why I love the OR the best at the store because it's like you can see everyone you're talking to.
Yeah.
So it's like you make one riff over here, everyone's looking at that person. They're all into it. Yeah, that's hard. I want to get into your body thing because it's insane and we've never had footage before. So I'm getting. Well, let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
So do you have any other body things before this one to bring up?
No, this can be the start of the show.
Okay.
I mean, we have the footage for it. So.
Okay, we got it. So let's discuss the whole thing.
Okay.
From the beginning.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm a father of 2 now. And thank you. And
one sad whoop.
Yeah. In studio audience is going crazy for this one. Woo! And my wife and I, in hindsight, I think planned this not as great as we should have, because basically my vasectomy was scheduled 2 or 3 weeks after she gave birth to our second son.
Okay.
We should have waited longer.
I was like, wow, you really can't close that plug, huh? You're like, we gotta plug it up now. There's no way I can't fuck you.
As soon as you're healed, I have to start blasting away.
If I don't blast 3 weeks after, we're through. You really got to get the blast out. Okay.
It was bad scheduling in hindsight, because the problem is I didn't realize how weak I was going to be after the procedure.
Yeah, I assumed it's just you get the snippy snip and you're good to go.
That's how I literally was asking the doctor. I was like, "Can I play basketball next week?" He's looking at me like, "No, what are you? You can't play basketball. No." So, he's like, "You can't do any kind of physical exertion." I'm like, I've got a 2-year-old at home right now that I can't pick up, and my wife can't pick him up either because she just had the baby. It was just bad scheduling.
So who picked up the baby?
I mean, we basically I would have to quickly do it.
Oh my
or
God.
she would have to quickly do it, or on like a hip thing to get him into his crib or something like that, or into the car.
Oh,
or we're
God.
or we start training him, and at that moment we're like, "All right, buddy, climb into the car," and then he would climb into his car seat, and then
buckle yourself up.
Yeah.
Drive, mom and dad.
Yeah, exactly.
It's 2-year-old driving. Okay, so did you do a lot of research before the vasectomy, or were you kind of like, I got it done before?
I did. They make you take a class and everything online, basically being like, "Hey, we're gonna sterilize you. This could be for life." Like in a lot of cases it is reversible, but a lot of cases what happens is they'll damage the spermal cords while they're in there, and it's not reversible because they have to cauterize while they're in there after they tie it off. Yeah. So a little bit of little flamage.
Oh, I know what cauterize is. I've been cauterized.
I've been around the cauterization block.
Yeah, I know a cauterizer too.
Yeah.
So here's my question about the reversing. Why do men in general then go to get it done? I get the changing of the mind. That makes sense. But this seems like something like, if we get our stuff removed, we can't put it back in. What's it called when we get our stuff removed? Oh, sorry.
Oh, gotcha.
Susan. I thought, it's called Susan. I'm like, wait.
I was like, what?
When I get my ovaries removed, it's called Susan. Come on, down.
Give her the lazy Susan. Remove all that stuff. Just do a spin thing. Hey, what's up, Susan?
Lie down. There we go. There she is. Hysterectomy. Yeah. So I'm like, but there's no reversal for that, is there? No. So once I get my organs out, they're out.
That's them taking it out.
They take them and they give them to somebody else.
Yeah.
Somebody's waiting by the back
door.
An
organ donor?
Ooh, I'm waiting for my hysterectomy organs. In a trench coat with other organs.
Hey,
so
this
gross.
is grade A, right?
That would be the grossest cartoon. It's the wettest trench coat.
There's a sopping wet. Hey, did we want to do this?
And it's also a watch on one of them for some reason. Okay. No, as a watch around a full organ. Okay, so you have to really decide, as I'm saying, that you don't want to be shooting out.
They want to make sure that you are not regretting it after the fact, because I guess one of the side effects of a vasectomy is that you can go into a depression afterwards because you feel like less of a man because you're not able to shoot the same ropes that you used to. Right. There's not that secret sauce in there anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you see it physically when it comes out now? Is it different?
No, it looks identical.
Well, then what the heck?
Yeah, exactly.
Who the heck cares?
I did get a little bit scared at first because the first few times my loads weren't as big as they used to be.
Oh, no. Oh, how upsetting. Less loads?
Less of a
We
load.
don't want more loads. I have a joke right now where I'm so repulsed at big loads. I want no load. I want a clear load. Disgusting. How big? Okay, no, that's too. I was like, how big we talking? How big were these loads?
You know those semi trucks that have the signs on the back of them? That's what we're working on. Wide load.
So you had like a little dribble, and you're like, oh no,
It just wasn't
the same man.
It just wasn't as much. And I was like,
Okay.
I hope this gets back to normal.
So you like a big load?
I mean, it's
Are you proud of it? It comes like, that's me. I did that.
I think there's something more. I think it feels better when you look at your work and it's not just like a speckle.
Okay.
Just as a guy, from the guy's point
Aaron,
of view.
I'm kidding. I ask Aaron things sometimes.
Aaron, can you weigh in on this
doesn't
one?
like to answer some of my questions.
Of course not.
No. I guess.
I don't really care. I don't have.
Yeah,
I don't
feel
have.
like
I'm not a big load shooter to begin with, so.
not a big load shooter. I like no load.
Okay. You like a little load.
I like a small amount of load.
Okay, so you're saying if you're having a hot sesh.
Yeah, I'm having a
hot sesh with Steph. And then at the end, he pulls out on the stomach, and it's just literally like a tweet. You're okay.
Hey, well, that sound effect for some reason really didn't help it.
Well,
that sound effect was bad.
That's what I was hearing when you see.
Okay. I honestly, especially if they're gonna like, the cleanup is less.
Well,
and sometimes when
for
there's
sure.
so much, I'm like, why is it so much? Why? How long has that been in there for? It seems like it's too much. It's been in there. I don't like the saving up. It doesn't seem healthy to have that much in there.
Oh.
I feel like it's like maybe like you're cleaning it out more. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Like the second you're cleaning out your closet more often. You're not leaving
Right.
stuff in the back.
You're not leaving as many things on the shelf.
Yeah. The shelves
Yeah.
are pretty clean. They're organized. There's,
Yeah.
you have like some organizing bins in there.
When I come, it's like Black Friday. It's all over the place.
Bang, get me out! Get me out of here! It's psychotic. Look, it's the new year. We're all trying to eat healthy. I know I am. So I'm getting started on my number one resolution, which is to lose some weight and eat better with Factor. So I'm ready for the new year, ready with Factor's ready to eat meal delivery that takes the stress out of meal planning and sets you up for success, okay? Skip the grocery stores, the prep work, cooking fatigue. Who has time for that? I know I don't. Instead, I'm going to get chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals delivered right to my door. They have over 35 meals to choose from per week, and they have so many options: keto, calorie smart, vegan, veggie, and way more. There's 55 weekly add-ons. You'll have tons of nutritious and flavorful options to kickstart your resolutions. Get that tight bod going the beginning of the year. Are you in the entertaining biz or just want to show off to a new partner perhaps? You can get a special occasion meal very easily with Factor. Gourmet Plus is the perfect solution if you're looking for a fast, upscale option done very easily. Things get too hectic, Factor's super flexible. Change your order up every week with plans from 4 to 18 meals per week, or pause to reschedule anytime. It's that simple. I'm over here browsing the menu for what I'm going to order next week, and I'm not going to lie to you, this sun-dried tomato chicken with zucchini noodles, really making the mouth saute over here. I'm trying really hard to shed at least 10 to 15 in 4 months. Am I being crazy? Probably not. Ooh, cilantro chicken with brown rice, black beans, and spicy corn esquites. I don't even know what that is, but I'm excited to try it. I just saw banana walnut overnight oats on here too that I'm really into for the morning. It's a good Kickstarter. This is so easy for people who are like working 9 to 5, or if you're in the entertainment biz, or if you just don't want to simply go to the grocery store, get coughed on for 4 hours, and then have to do a recipe that you don't know what the heck you're doing. Factor is so easy. It's so simple. I don't know how much I have to stress this enough. It's so easy and it's so good. Not frozen meals. What are you going to do? Toss something in the microwave or spend 5 minutes preparing a delicious meal? Head to factormeals.com/infection50 and use code infection50 to get 50% off. That's code infection50 at factormeals.com/infection50 to get 50% off. Does the craziness of everyday life keep you stressed and shedding? Since having kids, have you started seeing a little more of your scalp? Has menopause impacted your hormones and your hairline? When it comes to thinning hair, there are many, many root causes at play, and Nutrafol addresses them through a multi-targeted whole body approach. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement, with over 1 million people seeing thicker, stronger, and faster growing hair with less shedding. Everyone's root cause of hair thinning are different. So a one-size-fits-all approach to hair growth doesn't cut it. Nutrafol has multiple formulas that are tailored to give your hair what it needs to grow throughout different stages, such as postpartum and menopause, as well as different lifestyles, such as plant-based diets. Physician formulated with drug-free ingredients, Nutrafol supplements support healthy hair growth from within by targeting root causes of thinning, including stress, hormones, environment, nutrition, lifestyle, and metabolism as they evolve throughout a woman's life. Take their hair wellness quiz on Nutrafol.com for a personalized health plan based on your specific root causes. With Nutrafol, building a hair growth routine is simple. Purchase online, no prescription required. Free shipping and automated deliveries ensure you'll never miss a day. See results within 3 to 6 months. I've been super stressed out on the road nonstop. Holidays are a very stressful time, so I've definitely noticed my hair is thinning a tad. I'm seeing some more hairs on the bathroom wall that are definitely mine. So I've ordered my Nutrafol because I'm really interested to see a nice thicker mullet. I'd much prefer seeing a nice, healthy, hardy mullet on my head rather than seeing patches of my skull, which I don't want to see anymore. Take the first step to visibly thicker, healthier hair. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code INFECTION. Find out why over 4,500 healthcare professionals and hairstylists recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com. That's spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code INFECTION. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code INFECTION. You take the course, you're ready to get your snippy snop.
Yeah.
And the courses that show you what they do to go in there, or are you just kind of
there's a couple different ways that you can do it. I think there's a laser procedure, which I did not do that one. And then there's the no scalpel, the suturing that they do to go inside. And that's the one that I did.
In the pee hole?
You
went inside like this, and I was like, wait.
So they basically, it's on both sides. It's like how the balls are hanging. They have to go in right here and right here because your spermal cords are connected to the vas deferens, which goes up underneath, and then that stores all the sperm, and that's why you have to wait. I still am not considered, they haven't deemed me sterile yet until I have to jizz in a cup a week from now, take it in within an hour, go straight to the hospital, drop it off like it's a heist, and then they're going to inspect it to see if I'm completely clear of all semen in my body.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it can still be slipping through. Some are that strong they can slip through?
I have friends who I've known who... that's happened. Well, no. In between the time, they were still active because they didn't completely clear everything in the chamber. Because you have to. They tell you have to at least 20 times. At least 20.
Well, that's normal.
Yeah.
I know. Why is it like you personally? I know his jizz schedule. That's normal for you.
Yeah. I know Jeremiah, that's an easy feat.
He's
1 week. He's done.
I feel like guys jerk off at least once a day.
If you have the time.
A lot of comics have the time.
Well,
not you. You have a child and a family and a career. But there's a lot of people out there that they can squeeze in.
Sometimes you make the time.
You make the time.
Yeah.
You gotta make the time.
Yeah.
Right before the podcast, you make some time. I gotta get rid of the load.
I thought it was gonna be this morning actually that I was gonna drop off the sample.
Oh my god!
But I read the date wrong. It was the 24th, not the 14th.
Okay,
so I was
like, in perfect timing.
Yeah.
I would like.
Which is frustrating.
Fresh load.
Well, I would have. Me too. But this is frustrating because I cockblocked myself over the weekend because you're not supposed to have sex for 3 days leading up to the sample giving. So I told my wife, I'm like, I can't do it. And then I looked at the date. I'm like, we could have had sex last night. Dang it. I did this to myself.
Yeah, you cockblocking yourself is hilarious. Okay, so they suture. They go in. They cauterize.
Yeah.
No scalpel.
No, they say no scalpel. It's basically like
what the hell do they get in there then with no scalpel?
This is what I don't understand. It's like they open. They have a tool that opens up your sack on both sides. So when they close it up, there's a little bit of dressing, kind of like a stitching on both sides.
Open up the sack. No blood.
Okay, so imagine a tool that is so tight and tiny that it's stretching out the skin like this, and then after they are out of there, it closes up, but there's still going to be like blood and stuff. So that's why they have to like tie it off with like some stitching a little bit, like some dissolvable stitches.
Wow. That's okay. So they go in there.
They go in there. Yeah.
They go in there. They do their thing.
They go in there.
So let's get to this part now. Let's get to the explain what happens as they go in there. So
as they go in there, so from what I've talked to other males who've experienced this, I do not think that I was completely numbed up. I think that was the issue. Because everything that I've talked to other people about, they're like, I didn't feel anything, blah, blah. And you're like, you'll see it in this video that we have. You'll see the pain that I'm in because I'm feeling them like tugging on it, and like I'm feeling the sensation of them being inside my balls.
So, okay. What do they give you, like a normal needle, just like a anesthesia thing to put you out? Like what was?
No, I mean, yes. They give you shots on both sides.
Okay.
And those are very, very painful as is because you're getting shots to the nuts.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but during the procedure, I was still feeling some sensations while they were down there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't like that. So when you like your mouth frozen, you still can feel the rattling that one's on the tooth.
Like at the dentist, sometimes they're like, do you need us to numb you up more? They didn't ask me that, so I just thought that was normal. And then I talked to other guys who were like, oh no, dude, you shouldn't have felt anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's explain this video.
Okay.
So
I decided to go in and film selfie style while they were doing the vasectomy because I was like, hey,
as a normal comedian would do.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. So this is morning of. This is me, sleepy face Jeremiah, getting ready to go in. We're not gonna hear it. Okay, so maybe.
So you can explain.
So we can explain a little bit while this is going on. So I'm just explaining right here. This is the morning of.
I love that you've labeled it.
I've labeled it. I make
if you can't hear, you can see.
Yeah, and I put subtitles on for some of the when I'm actually going.
And he didn't notice that he's a post looks exactly like a cock in the background of his thing, which is bizarre.
So it's a hand holding a phone. That's me asking my son about the vasectomy on the way there.
He seems really enthralled in it. Yeah. He seems really doesn't give a shit.
He doesn't care. I'm like we're
I'm here.
I'm like he's like I already have a brother. Yeah. He literally says I already have a brother. Why would I need another one? So we go in there. Now I'm in the bed. Okay.
Now you're in the bed. And so you asked them to film, right? And they said as long as they're not on it.
You have to.
Yes.
And then I'm basically saying that she's rubbing this iodine stuff. And that's what it looks like on my penis, and like around the base and around the ball area.
You're rock hard, right?
Oh, I already shot 3 loads already, and big ones at that.
Yeah. You got the big loads out before.
Yeah.
So are you nervous now? Or are you still just?
I'm extremely nervous.
Oh, we love it.
And then this is when I was in the forest doing.
So right before. Okay. God damn it. Okay.
But they make you shave obviously because before they go in because they're going to be down there and they are not trying to fight through pubes as they do a surgery.
Did they ask a wax? They said
no. They said they will refuse to do it unless you were completely clean shaven down there.
Did you do it yourself or did your wife do it?
Oh no, I did it. I did it. Yeah. So then basically they're explaining to me what is going on with the cautery and what's going to happen, and I'm like trying to make
and you're
jokes.
Looking at it. Oh, you shouldn't have looked.
I wanted to look one last time before they started the procedure, and then.
You look so scared right now.
Because I'm so nervous. Because
this is insane.
They're literally putting like stuff like it's also there's literally been a handful of women who have even seen my junk in my entire life. And now there's multiple. Okay, now the doctor's in there. And he's like feeling the tubes on both sides. This is before he's even doing incisions. He's just feeling me up to make sure everything is like how they're looking for veins in your arms before they shoot into it. They're looking for the spermal tubes and stuff like that. Okay. And now, I'm just so.
Your eyes are terrified.
Yeah. He's asking me.
Glazed over. Okay,
yeah. He's asking me.
You feel okay.
Yeah, I'm getting shot up right here, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can tell the eyeballs. Oh.
Yeah. That's me.
Oh, the twitching?
That's me feeling
Okay.
them starting to like give me shots and stuff. And now I'm like, that's them starting to cut and stuff like that. And now this is me feeling a lot of pain.
I thought you'd be fast asleep. I don't understand how you're still awake for this whole thing.
So while this is going on, he said, you feeling it? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay, I'll try to give you more numbing because I'm feeling it.
You're feeling it all. And
I'm still trying to make jokes and stuff and like be funny
you're still
content guy.
Yeah.
I'm still making a video. I still gotta be in the pocket here.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is now look closely here. This is where I messed up. I decided to look down
we should
a little bit ago.
We shouldn't have done this.
Yeah.
Look down was not a good idea.
Yeah, I'm still trying to have a conversation with him, but now if you start seeing my eyes, this is a problem right here. He's asked me if I'm doing okay, and I'm like, oh, dude, I looked down. Like, I probably shouldn't have looked down. And now this is me really feeling pain, me feeling flushed, and here we go.
Here we go. He passes out.
I pass out. Full on pass out. The phone flips up towards the light.
Oh my God.
He's saying, hey, we got another one, Olivia. Get in here. You got to hold him so he doesn't fall off the bed.
Oh my God. I'm going to keep going?
Yeah, he keeps going while
he's
I'm
already
passed
in there.
out. He's already in there. So he's having Olivia come and
Olivia's coming in.
And he's
looked down.
Yeah,
Olivia's
he looked
putting
down.
on the gloves, thank God.
Yeah. And then she grabs my phone and she
go ahead.
Puts it to the side and they keep working on me. And then
so how long he'll be okay? Did you eat anything? Are you coming to now?
I'm starting to come to now.
Okay.
So I was out for probably like 15 to 30 seconds.
Okay.
And then I'm trying to slowly piece thoughts together, and then they're telling me that I passed out. I'm like, huh? What? I did?
So fucked.
Yeah. So she turns it off, the phone, for about 10 seconds.
Okay.
And 10 to 20 seconds, and I realize, I literally, out of it, I go, where's my phone? And then I literally start recording again, like immediately, and I am like pouring with sweat because after
like a different color now.
I lost all color in my face, very yellow. And when you pass out and you come back to, you have that weird like cold, hot sweat all over you. It feels terrible. And I was trembly and super weak, where I was holding the phone and my arm was shaking, just trying to keep the phone up. And that's me being lazy. My fingers slowly starting to slide over the camera lens because I'm getting so weak that I'm trying to remain not passing out again, because
your skin is a different color now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Why'd you look down again?
Because
the snip?
I know.
Why'd you have the snip sound in there?
I know. Because that's what you're hearing.
You hear a snip.
Oh no! In the video, you are hearing the snips of them cutting the cords and stuff like that. It's gross. It's gnarly.
Oh my God!
So like that part, as a guy, like that's hard to get over the obstacle. Even if you're numbed up, you're like, oh, I'm hearing them. It's not just like a when you get a shot, you don't hear a shot going to your arm or whatever. But when you're hearing things actually get clipped and snipped on your body, you're like, oh, I'm literally like, they're tearing into me right now.
My body's being removed.
Yeah.
There's taking away things that are me.
Yeah.
So you're still so fucking yellow.
Oh yeah. So after a while, it took me probably I had to stay after. I felt like such a pansy. They're like, okay, we're all done. And then like, I'm literally like, can I stay in here a little bit longer? They're like, yeah, take as long as you want. I stayed another 10 or 15 so I could like feel good about walking. They brought me juice like I was a little kid.
I can't believe you don't go fully out. I would assume this would be a fully you're sleeping thing.
I guess that's an option. If you do the research in that way. I did not.
Or they should have they should not let you look down. There should be those tanning things, those like mirror tanning things.
Yeah.
They should have that over your dick. Like
So all that they had was literally my gown, like but my legs are up, right?
In stirrups.
So it's not quite stirrups, but like you're just kind of like like have your legs up.
Okay, they're just up and open.
They're just kind of up and open.
And you're really, it's all good.
Oh, I farted, yeah. I farted like I farted on the doctor. I was like, can I fart? Like, I'm so out of it. He's like,
ask?
yeah.
That's
And then
you're inside it.
And then I ripped one, and then
Did they laugh?
Olivia did, the female
laughed?
nurse. She laughed. I got her.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the guy's like, dude, I'm freaking trying to tie you up. You're farting in my freaking face, dude. This is gross.
Ill. You look staple.
Yeah. Yeah.
What happened to the car? They staple you
He
up?
said you should feel back to normal in like an hour or so, like after from passing out.
Okay.
But at this point, I think there's stitches. But halfway through, he goes, at one point after I was feeling all this stuff, he goes, all right, I'm done with the right side. I'm like, you're only halfway done.
Oh my God.
So that's so what we've been watching is him working on the second half.
Okay.
Like, so I passed out on the first half, and then I'm like, okay, did you get it? And he's like, all right, we're halfway done.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh,
God
no.
damn it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's me. Like, yeah. So it's
don't move. Yeah. You're like, so this
it's
is
me
it.
just trying to like get like my bearings back together at this point. And I'm like pretty.
You seem pretty, yeah, I think we're good. We're good.
You got it.
We
Yeah,
got the video. Thank you, Aaron. It was watching yourself faint also bizarre.
It's so weird to see it.
Yeah.
Because you're like, you feel like a ghost hovering outside your body, like watching it.
Okay, so you do all this. You leave, you go home, you're icing your nuts.
Yeah.
And then how long?
You wear a jock strap for support.
Okay.
If you don't, what happens is your balls are hitting the stitches on both sides. Like you're feeling like it pulling. It's like a pulling sensation.
Yeah.
The thing that got me when I looked down, because I did actually look down and see what they were working on.
So when you looked down, you saw like the inside of your balls? Like,
Yeah.
what'd you see?
That's what made me pass out, as I saw the inside of my balls.
What color was it?
It's red. It looks like red yarn. It's like red spaghetti. It's I know.
God.
I know.
Yeah, no wonder. How they should not even have the option for you to look down. That's crazy.
I know. There wasn't like a big, blanket or anything like that.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Yarn.
Yeah. Because they're just like they I think they try to make it so chill, like it's an
And like they must do a lot.
it's an outpatient procedure. It's not a big deal. We do so many, and like the doctor, he told me like I'm like, how many people out of 10 would you say pass out? He's like, maybe 2 or 3 out of 10.
That's still a big
I'm like,
number.
that's still a decent number.
Get a
Made me feel a little bit better about the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I guarantee you, they all fucking look down. You're
Yeah.
gonna be curiously looking down.
Yeah.
I don't even look when they get blood taken. I can't look.
Yeah.
I'm so repulsed by
But
it.
you know when you get punched in the gut and you lose your wind? Mm-hmm. It's kind of what it feels like while it was going on, but also like a huge tugging sensation on your balls while like.
Oh God.
That's what it feels like. Yeah.
So then, how long did it take to heal?
It took me about 3 weeks.
Okay, and then you start jizzing those big fat loads again. Yeah. 3 weeks for the loads come back, and then are the first few like bloody? I don't know why that is in my head.
No. So a lot of people do experience that after. Luckily, with mine,
Ooh, that would be hard to look at.
I didn't, but I was so scared that was going to happen that my first load out, when I jerked off, was so weak.
Load out sounded horrendous. My first load out.
My first load out, yeah. Like when I masturbated,
Yeah.
I was expecting to see it, so I jizzed hardly anything. It was literally just like.
And you were like barely looking at it.
I was like, and then like just a little bit came out. I was like, oh, there's no blood. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good Christ! But now, like so now you haven't blown in yet. You got to blow into the tube before you blow in,
Right.
and that's that.
Yeah.
How much does this cost?
Insurance covered it.
Oh,
Yeah.
it covers it.
Yeah, but the reversal costs money because that's
yes.
elective. That's
yes,
you being
yes,
like,
yes.
oh, I actually do want to impregnate somebody again, and then they're like, well,
Okay.
we don't want that.
The reversal
Yeah,
seems
psych,
like a
yeah.
lot. The reversal seems like a big performance.
They say, I guess it can be super painful and it's not even 100% effective. So sometimes they try to reverse it, and then like you try to impregnate somebody, and they're like, oh yeah, you're actually still sterile. So I guess what happened with my wife's dad with the reversal, I guess they told him when he did get, I guess it didn't take the first time. Sometimes the spermal tubes will grow back
Oh.
Yeah.
The old yarn wants to reattach.
I know.
The old spaghetti
coiled
slurp.
back up. The yo-yo string comes back up. Yeah. They'll sometimes grow back, and then you can still impregnate somebody at a later date. But they told my wife's dad, I guess, when he got his vasectomy, they go, "Oh, they damaged your cords. Like this won't happen again." It was either my dad or her dad. I forget. One of the dads.
You guys
balls.
are really in the family. You guys are really getting vasectomies. I don't think anyone in my family ever got that done.
Yeah, my dad got one.
My parents just strictly don't have sex anymore.
Really?
And they haven't in, I think, 15 years.
They're still married?
Oh yeah.
See, my parents are divorced, and they have a lot of sex.
Oh yeah. Hey, cheers to them, huh? No, my mom made a comment the other day about her not having sex for 10 years, and I almost threw up, but at the same time, I was like, "Yeah, it checks out."
Yeah.
When you don't want to be with that person.
She hadn't had sex in that long?
I don't think so.
10 years?
They need to get divorced. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, that's the thing. My parents are divorced, but then they have sex with their new husbands and wives.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to go that long.
10 years is a long time.
Seems too long.
Did you ask your mom her
No.
Her
number?
No, not her body count. I'm just saying, like, how often she, you know.
If I would throw up, I would fucking barf if I knew how much.
Come on, you gotta ask you. This is your show. This is your podcast. You gotta ask your mom how.
No, I'm getting off this so badly right now. This is disgusting.
Come on, I wanted to FaceTime your mom.
Yeah, here,
and ask her. Okay, yeah.
You said that you were not a lot of people have seen your junk.
Yeah.
So you got a low number then.
Oh, my body count's 1.
Just your wife?
Just my wife. So that's
you lost your virginity to your wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Isn't that sweet? I don't know how to relate to that at all. What was her count before you?
I've never asked her what her count
She's never
was.
told you?
I don't need to know.
Really?
Yeah, I don't need to know.
I'd be curious.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
One sex your whole life.
Yeah, that's why.
This is crazy.
That's why, like, it's weird. Comedically, I've done a lot of stuff naked, like butt out, thongs, all that stuff. But like, there's literally been, I want to say, under 10 women that have actually seen like my penis, like, and balls, like straight on like that, and it's mostly mostly nurses, but there was a couple that
none of these are sexual at all.
No, but there was a couple that saw me while I was getting a Brazilian wax, and that was weird because that happened at the Comedy Store.
You had a Brazilian wax Comedy Store.
I did a Brazilian wax live on stage during a Kill Tony at the Comedy Store in the main room.
In the main room?
Yeah. So my head was sticking out from behind a sheet.
That's so funny.
And I was dressed as Anthony Kiedis from the Red Hot Chili Peppers getting a Brazilian wax, as you do.
Very niche, Jock.
Yeah. Yeah. Very niche. But the thing was, so we had a professional that was there who did the Brazilian wax, but then after the show, they had people come backstage and they started to try to take pictures while I was completely naked. I was like, get them out, get everybody out of here. What are you guys doing?
Oh my God.
Yeah. It was so bizarre.
Oh, God.
I literally was like completely naked, and I was like, guys, what do you do? Like, somebody brought back like a camera and stuff. I was like, what? Their phones were out. I was like, what? This isn't an Instagram moment. What are we doing?
Wait, did you like the Brazilian? How it felt?
One of the most painful experiences of my life.
Oh, it's crazy. But didn't the butt feel nice though after?
After.
Okay.
Oh, after it's done. Your body feels. I felt the hottest I've ever felt in my life. I was like,
feel pretty slim and trimmed.
Okay. Is this what it's like? Yeah.
Okay, so you got the Brazilian. You don't meet a lot of people,
especially dudes.
Especially
straight dudes.
Especially straight white dudes.
Yeah.
Did you college? You didn't experiment with people? You were just like, you met her. How long have you been with your wife now?
My body count's 1 female, 1,000 men.
Just don't count them.
Listen, I don't count those. I don't count those. Right.
Yeah. That's okay. That's crazy. I don't think I've heard this in years. One person.
Yeah.
I was with my first boyfriend, and he wanted to marry me. I wanted to marry him at the time, but I lost my virginity to him, and I was like, "There's no way."
Yeah.
There's no way I can have one penis for the rest of my life. And now,
right.
We've added to that amount.
This is like. Have you seen the movie Unbreakable?
No.
We're opposite ends of the spectrum.
Is that what this is?
There's a moment at the end where you find out that like one is the hero and one's the villain, and they have the opposite. Like one is unbreakable and one is super breakable. And it's like, they call me Mr. Glass. It's like this epic moment.
I gotta watch it
in the movie. Yep.
Am I Mr. Glass? Are you Mr. Glass?
Well, technically, I would be Mr. Glass in this one, and you would be unbreakable because you're going through so many dicks.
Oh, yeah. I'm breaking some of those dicks, though.
You're right.
You can break your penis. It's a real thing.
Yeah, I thought at one time I thought that I sprained mine. Yeah.
During?
Yeah, it was just like I had one like way like years ago. It was like too intense. Like a move happened, and then I was like, I literally thought like I sprained my penis. It hurt.
Did it come out like swollen or something?
I like went soft immediately.
Oh,
do you know what I mean? It was like such a bad turn that I was like, and then I was like, it was just like,
and then it came back though. It came back
later, but I was like, I'm done. I'm done right now.
No, because there's something called Peyronies disease.
What's that?
Where you can literally break it, and it like, I took a train once. Me, Ron Lynch, and it was for a comedy festival. We took this fucking train ride. It was this like train festival. I didn't even know it was called. It was horrendous in the middle of Colorado. One of the shows was in a funeral home. Just the funeral directors, the two people that owned it. I was like, fun show this is. Why I came to anyways. On the train ride there, this woman named Kathy, called her Big Click Kathy, wouldn't leave us, the comedians, alone, so she kept coming to our little rooms and talking to us. So she calls me in the room with her and her disgusting blob husband in the back of their like caboose. I think they're trying to fuck people. Husband couldn't get off the fucking back bench. She's just sitting there soaking wet. And she's like, yeah, I've given a guy Peyronies before. And I was like, what? And then she like, I pulled out Google and it's like a full bent penis. It's terrifying.
Oh.
Worst story you've ever heard. What's the worst thing you've ever heard? Oh yeah.
I asked this question, but I feel like I know the answer now because you just told us. I asked people what the worst body thing they've ever heard is, but I feel like you saw yours live, or do you have another one that's haunted you?
Well, okay, so I'll try to keep this as brief as possible because it's a very long story. But in 2015, I was diagnosed with skin cancer. I had stage 2 melanoma, where they had to go in and put me under, and they had to remove 10 inches of skin on my back, and they had to check remove a lymph node to see if it had gotten there yet. It was kind of serious.
Can you see this? Is there scars on your back?
On my back, there is. Yeah. I don't know if you want to see it or not, but
kinda.
Okay.
I don't know why. If it's that much, I'm like, oh shit, that is a big scar. Wow. Oh my god. Just from like, is it running your family or you just randomly?
No, I was the first. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How old were you? So 2015, what is that?
So 2015, that's like 8 years ago now.
Oh shit, okay.
So like 26 at the time.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
That's young.
So when that happened,
but your loads were still big.
Huge, the
big
fattest,
loads. Okay,
the fattest.
You had cancer, but you had.
Even 26, top of my game.
Melanoma can't stop me.
Come on. So when that happened, I had to have big stitches throughout my back.
Yeah.
And that for me, like when you see in a movie when somebody gets stabbed or something, and then they keep walking. That is, after I experienced that, I was like, this is the biggest lie in action movies I've ever seen. When I literally, if I moved a certain way across my back because it was such a big incision, it would shut me down. I'd be like, ah! Like your body locks up because it's so painful. Like just
and
your
skin is like a little bit, right? Like it moves a bit,
feel,
like you
if you overextend, then like you feel it, like you feel little rips like on the inside. So that was brutal.
So okay, well we gotta quickly get on this melanoma thing. So you diagnose the cancer, they take it all out, and it's all you're good.
I'm good. Yeah, it didn't reach my lymph node yet. They took like it out of my armpit to see, and luckily it hadn't gotten there yet, and good.
Do they say how you get melanoma? Like I think. My grandma had it, but it was like I think years of sun exposure. Like she had it on her like.
Yeah, that's the main. Like, what's weird is I don't. Since it was on my back, I'm like I wasn't like I'm a pretty white guy. I'm pretty good about like wearing sunscreen and stuff. So I don't know. They don't know like how I necessarily got it. It could have been from maybe as a kid, me like going outside in the sun too much.
Did your
or
parents
whatever.
say anything? Were they like, we did this?
No. Like my dad has had to get stuff frozen off and stuff like that over time. Like, but that's very like surface level stuff. It's never been anything like that. So we don't know where it came from in my family. Yeah.
Also, that's terrifying to hear them say stage 2, and you're like, fiddly D. This
Oh,
is,
yeah.
You're like, I'm dying. Were you with your wife at the time too? Were you guys?
We were dating, and I had the operation done in Kansas back home over Christmas break, and I was so nervous about. I didn't tell anybody in comedy at the time. I didn't want to like make a thing out of it. I was so nervous about like losing momentum that I was on a plane ride that like the next week after my surgery. My mom tried to talk me out of it. I was like, no, I gotta get back to LA.
Oh my God.
So I was doing roast battle with Jamar Neighbors and Willie Hunter as the wave. And that is such a physical show.
It's the most physical thing on the planet.
So we're doing these act outs and stuff, and I tell Jamar and Willie, I'm like, just like if you pick me up, like don't like touch my back. Like it was crazy in hindsight. I'm like, I didn't take the time to heal.
That.
Yeah, I just like kept, because I didn't want somebody to replace me. I was so afraid. Like in LA, you start getting any kind of traction. You're like, no, I don't want to lose this. So like I literally was doing roast battle like a week after that surgery.
Anyone listening right now, go right now, Google the wave on roast battle. You guys are crazy.
Yeah.
Like you're flailing, you're jumping, your handstands, you're rolling around, you're picking each other up. Like it's nuts.
Yeah.
Did the stitches reopen and stuff when you did that?
No, I just would favor one side, like basically my right side. That's where
you flew with that? Was it all pulsating on the plane?
I literally just had to zen out. I luckily am a good sleeper on the flight, but I wore a sling and I told them that I needed early boarding, and I just had to zen out and just stay put the whole time, because like a 3.5 hour plane ride from Kansas City to LA. Yeah.
The things we do for comedy.
Oh, I know.
Like you should have been bedridden for at least 3 weeks.
Yeah. I remember Lucas Hurl, a good buddy of ours at the Comedy Store. I remember we were like editing a sketch or whatever, and he like changed out my gauze for me like in between edits. I'm like, can you change out my gauze? I'm like, I'm such a weird question. He's like, dude, I got you, no problem.
Yeah. What a sweet boy. Yeah. Do I want to have sex with Lucas now? That's all it takes. Lucas, change your gauze. What's his number? What's the text Lucas? Well, I'm glad that all healed up and you're fine.
Yeah.
And tell everybody your podcast to listen to. You have two.
Yeah. You can check out Scissor Bros. You can check out Stand Up on the Spot, which is a podcast with a YouTube series you can check out. Steph killed it on her episode, and we've got like 32 other episodes out now. And then I've got Jeremiah Wonders as well. So if you want to follow me on socials, at Jeremiah Stand Up. I'm a fun follow, and JeremiahWatkins.com for tour dates.
And your special.
And my special, Daddy. It's out on YouTube right now.
There we go. There it is. Go follow him. Go watch him. Go see him in Winnipeg. Thank you for coming on, Jeremiah. Keep listening. Thank you. Bye.